Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us again for another episode of Time Flies with Killer Vibes. Second episode in. And joining us here again today, we've got Dan, the local muso specialist. G'day, Dan.
Hello.
What's been going on,
I am music
Dan?
specialist. I am from local.
Sounds like you came here to clean the pool.
I came to clean the pool.
And then one of our other independent music media specialists, Craig. How are you, Craig?
Hey, Pat. Hey, Dan. How's it going?
Hi.
Good, bro.
Hello. So obviously this is our monthly show. We like to recap everything that's been going on in the metal rock alternative music scene. So our first segment of the show we like to kick off is Blasting the Speakers. We're just going to try and recap on some of the albums that have been released this month. And there's a few key ones that I'd like to highlight. And we'll throw up a little bit of a splash page now so you can see all the album covers of the albums that have been released. But there's a couple of special ones I'd like to mention. But what's stood out for yourself this month, Dan, out of the ones that we've got on the list?
Definitely Textures. It's probably the one that I enjoyed more. The other bands I've heard a lot of before, but Textures I hadn't heard before. Really awesome. Yeah, good production and just sick band too. Love the vocals, so yep.
Dark Cell have been around for a while, haven't they?
Yeah, Dark Cell is
Ages.
actually they're Melbourne based, aren't they? Dark Cell.
Really?
Yes.
I
believe
did
they
not
are.
know that.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a remix album, that one of an existing album that they've got. I don't know a great deal about it, but it's certainly come out. So
Why would they just
band.
release a remix album? I don't understand why they would do that. I just feel like unless you're Skrillex, you probably shouldn't release a remix album.
Think back to the Linkin Park album that they remixed.
True. That's a very good. You just shut me up. Well done. That was really good. I had nothing.
I think P Diddy's on one of the Dark Cell songs now, so that's why they've done it.
That's their Jay-Z equivalent.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't even the one I was thinking about. I was thinking about the one that dates back over 10 years ago now, and it was full of the Hybrid Theory songs, and it had the Hybrid Theory anime inspired cover. Yeah,
That was cool.
Oh, true.
that's the one I'm talking
It was
about.
It probably got a lot of flack back in the day, that album, for being not metal or whatever. But it was kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I never.
That's good.
Yeah.
But Lagerstein, definitely, as we sort of spoke about them last month for their tour, I've got to say that album is really spectacular. And it's almost like if the Wiggles were meant for adult entertainment and they were pirates and singing everything there is about what to do to be a good pirate, then that's what Lagerstein is, basically.
So Captain Feathersword is like an adult drunk.
Captain Feathersword, yeah. Exactly.
That's brilliant. I like
and throw
that.
in the metal and throw in the accordion stuff, and you've got Lagerstein in their latest album, and it's a spectacular album. I highly recommend it. And definitely, if anyone out there got to see them live, definitely post some comments so we can hear all about it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, none of us got to a show. I was lined up to go out and interview them and film for you guys on the Metal Ignition channel, but unfortunately personal circumstances got in the way and I had to cancel. So, but we'll try and catch up with them sometime in the future and maybe get one of the boys on the show, and they can give us a big hara-mahotes for us, and it'll be good times.
Also, can I
so
just
much
ask, from a musical standpoint, with all comedy aside, are they good? Are they good musicians and they create good music?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
it's really good. If you've ever listened to Alestorm, which is I guess maybe I'm not sure who predates the other. Probably Alestorm came first, but they're a Scottish pirate metal band. But similar to that in terms of their newest record, in terms of technicality and I guess musicianship. It's definitely serious. I mean, there are some funny comical sort of skits at the ends or in between in parts of songs where they're
Yeah.
sort of like talking about where's such and such and the captain's fallen off the ship and all this and one part's like a bit of a storyline and it's really cool and it would suit a great music video. So but definitely if you just listen to it for the music on its own, it's still right up there, and the quality in terms of how it's been mastered and recorded is top notch too. So because a band like that I believe would struggle a lot, or the album would fail if it wasn't well mastered as well. If it was, if it was a mediocre
Because people
home
would
job,
lose interest. Yeah.
because you really need that high end recording quality to bring up all the elements that make up pirate music, I guess. Pirate metal music, anyway.
What a great genre, but
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
But there's a couple other ones that were worthy of mention, like After the Burial has done really well with their latest album. Drowning Pool are back again as well. But also another one I wanted to mention was Product of Hate, which was actually a really good hardcore sort of metal band. It's a pretty solid album. It kind of throws me back almost in the Throwdown realm. If you remember, I know you've listened to Throwdown, Dan. So it's that kind of stuff, but probably not so much straightforward top string riffage. It's a little bit more technicality and a bit more newer.
Still very bass heavy though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I really dig that album. It's really good, and the vocals are really awesome on it too. Like, he's a really good screamer, and he's one of those screams that you can appreciate and listen to a lot.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll check. I didn't check that out, but I'll have to.
Definitely, for sure. So
sounds like something right up my alley.
We'll move on to Mosh Talks. So we'd like to try and recap on what's been going on the road, what Aussie tours have occurred throughout the month, and then what we've got to look forward to next month. So key into this option, so this part of the show, so you can keep up to date as to what's going on. You can get your hands on tickets. And we can obviously relive what great experiences you guys and we've had at any of the shows that we may have attended this month. So feel free to post comments and let us know if you went to any of the shows we discussed last month that were happening this month, which were Soilwork, High on Fire, The Sword, 1349, Between the Buried and Me, Funeral for a Friend, We the Kings, Truth Corroded, Lagerstein, and Strung Out. And some of these shows are even just starting, I think, at the end of this month too, but I guess I've kind of counted for them. And next month we've got to look forward to some pretty spectacular tours. And one in particular, which the Melbourne show has already sold out, which I'm like, no, is Seven Dust. Finally make their way back to Australia after, I think, 6 years or so.
Get a media pass.
Right.
Yeah. Clutch, and then we got Highly Suspect, Senses Fail.
Fucking they're great. Highly Suspect. Have you guys heard them?
No, I haven't.
A little bit, yeah.
So good. So good. Like Soundgarden, but with a more modern vibe. Really cool.
Is this your dad rock coming out of you?
This is my dad rock. Yeah, I love just like I don't care. Like, I love that shit.
Just hiding the Powder Finger CD right now.
I'm just going to go over here for a while. Go over and listen to my Foo Fighters albums. Shit.
Caligula's Horse, I think that's how you pronounce it. Those guys are doing really well. They created their own nice following. Aussie band, those guys. Stiff Little Fingers, Walls of Jericho, Stories, which has actually got a support from Polaris, which we spoke about last month. And then also She's Cries Wolf as kicks off their tour that you brought up and you mentioned as well last month, Craig. So what do you think, Craig? Do you think the She's Cries Wolf show's going to go well? And is there anything else there that you want to get along to?
Mate, well, She Cries Wolf, I hope it goes well because I'll be at that show in Sydney, and I'm really looking forward to interviewing those guys. Which was cool. After the show last month, they actually got in contact with me and said that they wanted to have a chat over a beer. I think they just wanted the free beer. I think they heard that I give out free beer at my interviews, so they were just like, "Fuck yes, let's do that." So I'm really looking forward to that. Stories started their tour already. because I saw them with Polaris on the 12th of February.
Oh, right, okay.
So I think they've spread it out because I think a lot of them are working, so they're just touring over the weekends.
Yeah,
so
right.
it's going to be a long tour for
yeah.
them, spread out over a while. But yeah, so I got to catch Stories on the 12th of February, and obviously Polaris supporting. Perspectives were there as well, supporting. First time I saw those guys, and they were really good. But yeah, Stories blew me away. I was there with a whole bunch of let's just say that there were some labels there to check out Polaris. So I think that
interesting.
There were some label reps there. So I think that Polaris are going to be blowing up, as we talked about last month. They're going to blow up. They're going to get signed very soon. But Stories, they surprised me. I hadn't really heard too much about their live show. I heard a little bit of what they've done, but their live show didn't hear anything about, and they blew me away. They were really, really good. So if they swing through Melbourne, I recommend you guys checking them out.
They're
or
quite
Dan, if they swing past your farm, I recommend you checking them out wherever the fuck you live. But yeah, that's all I've seen. We the Kings. I'm interviewing We the Kings tomorrow, so I'll be at that show, which I'm looking forward to. I guess they're the pop punk legends, and I'm keen to see all pop rock. I guess more legends. But yeah, so that's my shows and what I've been to. I wish I went to Soilwork. So annoyed I didn't go to Soilwork. But I heard they were really good. Did you guys go to Soilwork at all?
They didn't drop past the farm.
They
couldn't.
Fuck. there was no hotel. The poor bastards.
That's great.
No, unfortunately, sometimes life gets in the way and takes precedence. But certainly, we'll be trying to make up for it wherever possible, moving forward. Are you gonna try and get along to anything next month, Dan?
I'm gonna try and get along to Highly Suspect for sure. I'm just really excited to see that band.
Are you gonna take your kids?
I'd love to see. Yeah, I'll probably take my kids. I'll probably have to take the sheep, because where will they go? Like, I don't live on a farm, by the way, at all. But just FYI, or anywhere near a farm. There are kangaroos where I live, a lot of them though.
Sweet.
So I'll bring them. But yeah, definitely the Highly Suspect show I want to see. You should try and get the She's Cried Wolf guys to She Cries Wolf guys to punch your plastic masturbating glove.
Yes. I'll just get them to belt it.
It'll be hardcore.
Belt other things. No.
We'll move on to the next segment. So, but yeah, by all means, we want to hear and share your stories with everyone. So please comment in the description below, and so we can live vicarious through some of you guys, because obviously we don't have a lot of time to go to shows.
yeah, that's awesome.
So let's talk about some videos that have dropped this month. Now it's a hard feat scoping through the large vault that is YouTube to try and make sure you capture everything. So if we've missed anything, or there's anything of note that you guys would like us to highlight, and you would like to make sure that other fellow headbangers have checked it out, please post a link or post a description about the band in the video and the song title, so we can all check it out, and we'll share it on the respective Facebook pages, Beers with the Band and Metal Ignition, obviously. But a couple shout outs, a couple ones worthy of mention that I've come across. One, for instance, is a Sydney metal band, Demon Pyre. They have now finally launched their first official video with their band. So they're more like a thrash death metal style band, and doing quite well. They have sort of turned their band into remains of ashes of an original band, but there's only really 2 members left over from that band. But yeah, it's a good video, so it's been well produced. The album's been doing really well. So I can't remember. I think it's Misanthropic. Parallels is the name of the song with the video. And then we've also got new videos in support of the new album that drops next month, I believe, for ERRA, which is a Sumerian Records band. And there's a really cool video for the song Drift. It's a bit different, so that's why I thought I'd like to mention it, as it's not your typical band playing in a warehouse and let's all throw down and throw some effects and slow-mo in there. It's more of an abstract scenery style, very chilled style video, but with quite intense music along with it. So it's a bit interesting. In some shots, quite beautiful to watch actually. So check that out. Yep. And then we've got I See Stars, which I flicked you guys earlier. I hope you had a chance to check it out. It's a bit of a head trip, that one. So
I couldn't watch it. I was like watching it, and my head was spinning. I was like, "What the hell?"
Did you notice in the description that it says may cause like people with epilepsy don't watch it? Yeah.
That's why I watched it, because I wanted to see what happened.
I'm trying to make it happen.
That's how you get your high these days. You're like, oh my god,
that's all I've got now. That's
it's got like strobe bits and everything going in it. It's pretty intense. Like
it's
three kaleidoscopes.
Did you guys see what I Probably Hate Your Band?
Yeah, so good.
So good. Funny, because I See Stars recently got Facebook hacked, and there was somebody on there that was saying that they're supporters of ISIS and all of that, and so I Probably Hate Your Band released a statement with their new film clip saying that the band that supports ISIS have just released another film clip. And then I See Stars were just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And that was I think it was someone, like maybe it was Chris Garcia, that said like ISIS Stars. It's fucking it's like so good. Fuck.
So they got a bad rap, but that was so fun.
Wow.
So fun.
Wow. We got Asking Alexandria have finally brought out another music video. I think they've dropped at least 2 or 3 already leading up to their release of their new album. But this one's more of a full-fledged proper video. It's quite cool. I like those couple of videos with how the backdrop's just all sort of plain white, so you can really highlight the band and then just throw in some extra sort of abstract shots throughout that sort of stuff. I mean, they're fairly common video clips, but done well and executed well, they can be really popular and I guess bring the band to a new light, or a more new, refreshing light. I mean, it's got 5 million views that video left already, and it's only 3 weeks old, if that. What was that?
I just said maybe their budget dropped when Danny left. That might have something to do with it as well.
Oh no, there's still budget there. Yeah. Textures, which we discussed before about their new album, they've got a really cool video for shaping a single grain of sand. Definitely recommend to check that out. Have you guys checked out that video?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, it was good.
I saw it a little bit. Yeah. Yep. Sorry.
Then Drowning Pool by the Blood lyric video, which is just another one of those quite well animated style lyric videos. Quite cool. So be sure to check that out if you can. But I really dig the Textures one, and definitely ERRA's video clip. Just something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And the Textures one, just because they're such a technical style band, it's always good to see video clips for those type of bands. The drummer for that band is just really remarkable. I guess he's on a level of what's his name, Halpin from Periphery. He's almost one of the same. He'd fall into the same realm as him almost. So we'll move on to the next segment. So we're flying through tonight. So we'll
one more video though that did come out last month was Gore Deftones.
Oh yeah, I didn't get a chance to get onto that one.
Oh, of course you're all over Deftones. Well done.
Dad rock. That's it. That was all I had. Yep.
What's the song like? Is it any good?
No. It's all right.
I really wanted to bring it up.
Really? Because I've seen a lot of people sharing
It's just Deftones, man. Like, it's the softer side of Deftones, which some people love. It's not for me, but some people love it.
I find Deftones are real hit and miss sometimes, and it's more the miss than the hit. And I mean, even the last album, I only really liked Swerve City, like track 1, and then the rest I just just put it aside. Like
there was some cool riffs on that album, but
the
stuff that's heavy isn't very good. Which I think like Stephen Carpenter knew that.
But we'll release it anyway. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. He's like, I think like they're just putting Stephen Carpenter in the corner and be like, just shut up. We're releasing this.
Yeah,
we
it's happening.
want to win some
Deal with
awards. Yeah. Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, new Deftones. Then they listen to it and they're like, oh. But it's new.
New Deftones.
It's not new Deftones at all.
Yeah, no.
Was there any other videos you wanted to mention, Craig, at all?
No, I didn't. I didn't actually see any new videos other than the ones that we were talking about just then. So,
cool.
All good.
All right. Well, let's jump out to Straight Outta. So this is the segment where we're going to cast a light and try and bring forward a new band or an existing band that you may know of and highlight them for the month, and we can all sit around and share stories about them and let you know all about them. So, Dan, it's your turn this month. So, what we're up for Straight Outta?
Cool. Straight Outta Sydney, a band that I've had a fair bit to do with, called To the Grave. They're a really hard-working band from Sydney. I think you've done a video for them before, Pat, and you've probably seen a few shows as well.
Just a few.
A couple of years ago. Yeah. Really super nice guys, down to earth, which is why they're the first band that I thought of when I was asked to do this. They've just released a new song called Born Dead. If you go on YouTube, that one, it's pretty cool. It's like heavy deathcore sort of stuff. Really cool leads, really cool vocals. Actually, they're just this really cool band. So their next show is on the 13th in Canberra. They're doing a fundraiser for the Ghost Inside, who had the bus accident. Yeah, and that's with a band called Rainer. Yeah, I think a lot of bands are doing that sort of thing, but I think they'll do a good job of it. And then Sydney show, they're playing with I Exalt, and they're playing Justice for the Damned tour, and they're playing in Sydney on the 21st.
Yeah, sweet.
That's the next, and then they're going to go and record it. So, yeah, go and check them out. Have a look at Born Dead. Their previous album was Expect Resistance, which was a pretty cool album as well, but I think they're going to take leaps and bounds, I hope.
Yeah, awesome.
Excellent. So the Ghost Inside show, do they play Ghost Inside songs at all, or maybe a couple in the set?
I'd say so. I'd say that would definitely happen.
Be interesting. Yeah.
But then if they're like a deathcore band, would that be weird for them to play like Ghost Inside?
It'd probably be weirdly easy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, would they just fall asleep whilst playing the instruments?
I hope that's what happens, but it'd be great.
Well, they might make some of it, might twist it and make some of it their own as well, maybe, or they'll play it completely to the song, so which they can probably, do with their eyes closed, so... Yeah, no, definitely a great band. Have been doing everything that they can to stay on top of things, and even with the loss of a vocalist and recruiting a new vocalist and keeping the ball and chain going for the band. So playing shows whenever they possibly can. I'm not too sure what is the local Sydney routine out there for all the smaller local bands, Craig. How does it all go down?
Oh, the routine. I guess it's very similar to... I used to live in Brisbane as well. It's very similar to Brisbane, as everybody knows everybody as soon as they get into that scene, as soon as they start playing at the same venues in with the same genre, and then everybody comes together, which I think is really, really good. So you walk into venues and there's just everybody kind of, it's like a gathering. Shows these days for the local bands are just a gathering where all their mates hang out. And even if there's guys there that aren't in any bands at all, but they're just fans that rock up all the time, every single time that they play, it's good. I mean, it's not as good as what it used to be back in the day, like in the getting towards like 2008, 2009. I feel like it's dropping off a little bit. You're not seeing as many... No, I'm talking back to Brisbane now because I wasn't in Sydney then, but I haven't seen as big a crowds for the local scene. But I think everybody's sticking together, everybody's enjoying themselves and having fun, and that's mainly what it's about.
Yep, that's great.
Good to hear. So we'll move on to legendary tunes. So we'd like to try and celebrate and just have a good old reminisce chat about an anniversary of an album in particular or a band in particular that is celebrating a 10 or 15 or 20 year anniversary sometime this year, whether it be the month in question right now or later throughout the year. And this month I've picked out Trivium, The Crusade. Thoughts on this album, guys? Like it, hate it, got favourite songs?
You go, Dan.
No idea, man. No, it's not. No, this segment needs to have more. Maybe we do one each month or something for each of us. But I really like that album. I've not listened to it, man. Like,
Yeah, right.
that probably sounds terrible, but if I want to be honest, which I do, it's not an album that I even have listened to.
Do you like Trivium though?
Dude, I love Trivium. I just haven't listened to that album. Yeah. I just like it just bypassed me in the scheme of things, and
2006,
and it wasn't something I go into.
10 years ago now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sorry, cut my bit out, but like
no, that's all right. We want to hear that as well. So not everyone's going to be all over.
Yeah.
What about you,
although
Craig?
it was released the day before my birthday, which is kind of cool. But a drastic change from their previous album is what I'm reading. Because Ascendancy was sick. That was a great album, but obviously
absolutely
didn't work out in timing for me.
So have you listened to some songs off The Crusade and you just thought, nah, it's bullshit, I'm not going to listen?
Pretty much, man. That was pretty much what happened. It just like didn't grab me by the nuts and punch me in the face, which is what I needed back in those days. I really needed.
If that's what farm folk do, I'm going to stay away from the farm.
We do way weirder shit than that, but like that's like on a Monday for us. That's nothing.
That's before we've had our morning coffee.
That's fucking breakfast, man. That's
well, yeah, The Crusade, I've listened to a little bit back in the day. To be honest, I probably haven't heard a song off of that for about 3 to 4 years. But yeah, I thought it was good. I liked it back then when I was listening to it. I didn't really have any problems with it. I'm not really the musician type, so I can't really go into anything like anything technical. But I mean, yeah, it was a good album. It was an easy album to listen to, I felt.
Yeah, all right.
Yep.
Yeah, well, going back to what you were saying,
we destroyed
Dan,
him.
it's definitely it was you sort of throw the band on its head, sort of in terms of the sound. That album did throw a lot of people off, or entice a lot of people in. Just depends on how you receive it. But it's almost like a new Metallica. That album, certainly the vocals, especially, got the style approach to it.
I think that's probably why I never got to it at all.
So in like with song titles such as Anthem and Detonation, Ignition. That just screams, Metallica almost, at least like at least the Reload album anyway, is what comes to mind for me. But it is a pretty solid album. But yeah, you do have to get past that scenario. I mean, if you're not a heavy Metallica fan, you're probably not going to like it either. But then maybe some heavy Metallica fans don't like it because it's too close to Metallica. I don't know. So let us know what you guys think. But I do like that album. I like pretty much all of Trivium's albums. Haven't really gotten into Silence in the Snow, the new one. Haven't picked it up. Don't know much about it. Haven't been overly impressed with the video songs they brought out, apart from one, which is, I forget the title of it, but I put it in our top songs for last year. And the video's got the old guys pretending to be them playing in the club. You guys, have you seen that one? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't.
No.
Check it out. It's on the playlist on the Ignition channel. It's amongst that. I can't remember the title of the song. But yeah, I do like that album. It's good driving music for sure. And sort of good feel music. Like I love that Anthem song, "We Are the Fire." It's like, "We are the fire." Dun, 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 dun. Like it's really cool riffage. If anything, you'll appreciate it for the riffs. I think, Dan, anyway, in some aspects. So, but the drums certainly step back a little bit more as well. Like they're not probably as full on as they were on Ascendancy. It is a lot more straightforward in parts anyway, especially in verses and things like that. Whereas it was really complicated on Ascendancy because it was such an original sound. I guess that being their first album too.
I was just going to say as well, I think Trivium are touring Australia this year, right? Are they coming in? When are they coming? April?
Okay, so Trivium are coming in April, I believe. Is it April?
I thought it was April. Yeah, April.
Let's see, tours. Yep, April.
Yeah, 10th of April they're playing in Fremantle, Perth.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what the status is of those shows selling out yet or not. I haven't seen much of it. So definitely I'm really keen to try and get along to that. I have still yet to see Trivium live. I've been listening to them since Ascendancy, so have missed out multiple times. I actually had the chance to meet them and chat with them a little bit when I was interviewing In Flames when they were both last here. So how did you not see them on the In Flames and Trivium tour? Breakdown in communication with my press people. So yeah.
Oh no!
And Sony being Sony, they were a little bit skeptical about it because said email between two people didn't take place. They wouldn't let me stay and film. So.
Really?
That's why if you watch that video with In Flames, I've instead of live footage like you would normally see, it's a music video with me and the drummer chatting away. So yeah. It was a bit disappointing because I was looking forward to seeing In Flames. I've seen them before, really awesome live, and then obviously getting to see Trivium for the first time as well. So, but it still worked out well. But unfortunately, the normal plan.
Yeah, I got to watch.
Go ahead.
I was at that show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was good. The Trivium were really good, man. You missed out.
So there was some other news that you wanted to highlight, Craig. I think you were mentioning at the beginning of the show. You wanted to talk about something.
So, there's just I'm a big fan of people opening up their wallets to really good charities, and I mean, you see that with the metal community coming together with the Ghosts Inside, especially. A lot of people are putting their all out to help them, and also Cancer Bat. So the lead singer Liam Cormier, I think his surname is said. He's if you know Cancer Bats, you know that the lead singer's had long, luscious locks for years and years and years, and he said that he was going to donate to cancer research. If everybody paid, he got over 20,000 American dollars that they donated to cancer research. I think it was the Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation, and now that guy's bald. So I don't know if you want to put up a photo. They've put up a photo on their Facebook of him holding a check with two lovely ladies, and he's just redneck bald. Like he's there. He looks a little weird, but he still pulls it off. So
hopefully I'll try and find it before and after, and we'll throw it up on the screen for these to check out.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great.
Liam's he seems like a really nice guy. I was hoping to get a chance to interview them when they came through, but that didn't happen. But because I was watching a couple of interviews, he just seems like the most down to earth, best guy ever. Like some people walk into interviews and they're straight up, they just don't feel like answering questions. This guy sits down and I feel like he's doing more. He's interviewing the interviewer because he's just talking that much and so energetic and enthusiastic. So good on them. Good. I like all of Cancer Bats are obviously really nice guys. So I'm really, really happy to see that. Good on them.
Yeah, sweet.
It's great. Good. Yeah, good on you guys. It's awesome.
Dan, was there anything else you'd like to mention before we wrap up the show?
Probably just a band called Cog have just released a whole bunch of new shows after I don't know how long was their hiatus. It was a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe 7 or 8 years, something like that.
Easily, yeah.
It was crazy. Yeah, which seems like a very short amount of time, but it seems a very, very long amount of time. Sorry, but it went pretty quick. So they've released 6 or 7 shows. I think they're doing. They're all sold out, except for one in Adelaide. I think is the only one that's not sold out.
In Adelaide.
Exactly. I think that's very. There's one.
If you listen to Cog, you know what I'm talking about.
we got it, man.
Some viewers are probably like, "Oh, unsubscribe." Yeah, no, that was certainly it came to a surprise. It came straight out of nowhere. Like I haven't been properly following Cog for some time now, but it certainly came out of nowhere, and it got a lot of support, and clearly people want to see Cog live. All over it.
Yeah.
Oh man! If anyone else got tickets and wants to hang out with us, I'm going to Melbourne, the Melbourne show, on the second show. I think we're going to see. Not the one at Max. No, can't remember what it's called now.
We'll wrap things up there, guys. So thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks out to everyone out there for subscribing and hitting that like button and sharing your comments and thoughts and stories about anything we've talked about this month, anything we may have missed that is worthy of sharing around to other fellow headbangers, and we'll throw it around to the other guys here as well. Dan, where can people find you online?
Yep, so they can just find me at Justin Bieber's Vagina on Instagram.
Never gets
I'll put up for that, by the way. I'm going to laugh.
I just put up really dumb shit. Like, just you can roast me, I don't care.
Perfect.
You, Craig, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me the best place if you go to youtube.com/beers with the band. Hit subscribe on that, and then Beers with the Band on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I would love to chat to you and see you at the show sometime.
Excellent, awesome. Well, hopefully you guys get along to a show next month, and we can have a good old chat about it next month. And thanks again for tuning in, guys. You can find me. Make sure you hit subscribe to Metal Ignition channel. That way you can keep up to date with Time Flies with Killer Vibes coming out every month. So, and find us on Facebook, on Instagram, Metal Ignition, Twitter, it's all over. So, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next month.